Go.
Okay, hello. My name is Desmond Martin. I am currently a IDS major at the University of Southern Miss. My three concentrations are psychology, sports coaching, and social studies. Uh, Currently, I have several jobs that I am employed at. I am a direct care worker at Ellisville State School in Ellisville, Mississippi, which basically is a job where I help care for mentally retarded people for all different ages. I help them with day-to-day activities, basically just help them live their lives. Um, Love that job. I love doing it. It's fun. It's something I've been doing for a while now. Uh, I am also a licensed bounty hunter in the state of Mississippi. Um, I'm a bail bondsman. I do nighttime security, club security for Club Taste here in Hattiesburg, and for the American Legion Hut in Laura, Mississippi. Um, and I also run a lawn service called Fresh Cut Lawn Services of Laura, Mississippi. So if anybody out there needs their yard cut, you can get in touch with me. My number is 601-467-9169. How did I end up here? Well, that's the question that most people have for all of us IDS majors. So I am going to try to briefly explain how I ended up here. I am from Laura, Mississippi, and that's where I graduated high school in 2004. I had plans as a high schooler to play football on the collegiate level and hopefully graduate and become a teacher and a football coach. Uh, I received several scholarship offers. I graduated and I took one to Alcorn State University. I went there and played for a year. There I incurred a back injury and that ended my football career. Then I went to Jones Junior College, and while I was at Jones, I started to coach Pee Wee football in my neighborhood for a team called the Rams, the same team that I played Pee Wee ball for. And I actually ended up coaching with the same coach that coached me for Pee Wee. So it was a fun experience, something I was glad I got a chance to do, and it really showed me that coaching was something that I wanted to do, and it was something that made me happy. And I feel like it's important that you have a job or a career that you're happy doing, something that when you wake up in the morning you're excited about going to work. So I became a sports coach and major at USM when I started at USM in 2007, and I was working my way through, and it was a slower and gradual process, and it kind of felt like I was never ever ever going to graduate. But here about a year ago, I had a friend to tell me about the IDS program. Interdisciplinary studies, I think, has saved my life. Um, at the present time, I was doing an internship at Prentice High School. I was coaching under another one of my former coaches, Coach Buddy Duke, and I was really enjoying it. I was loving my job, and I was like really ready to go ahead and get started in my career. But the only thing that was holding me back was graduating, and I was still needing 25, 26 hours to graduate. And, I just felt like it was going to take too long. So I went and I talked to Ms. Lynn, hey, Ms. Lynn, at IDS, and she told me about the program and was telling me, that I could graduate a lot faster through that program and still do what I intended on doing, which is becoming a teacher and a coach. Um, Now, about my concentration. My sports coaching concentration, of course, comes from the fact that I love coaching. I love learning about different sports, learning about different games, and learning about ways to teach kids to do different things and educating them about sports. And not only about sports, but educating them about life and working with a lot of young men, helping them become better young men and helping them prepare themselves for a future, not only on the athletic level, but on a moral level too, is very important to me. The social studies aspect is one of those things. I love history, and I love the different aspects that come with social studies, the sociology of it, studying society, and things of that nature. So that's where that aspect of it came from. And the psychology part, psychology has always been something that has intrigued me. Every psychology class that I have had has just been something that got my attention. Something I love to do, something I love to study, something I really, really want to have a better understanding of, and I eventually, if it be the Lord will, plan on getting my master's in psychology. Uh, Now, as far as the topic goes of my research paper, I plan on doing a research paper that talks about single parenting. The plan is to discuss the effects that single parenting has on today's current student athletes on the high school level. I really want to try to dig deep and get some understanding as to what effects a single mom or a single dad has on the future of a child's life, and what things can be done by parents in those situations to try to help change that situation and try to make that situation better for a child. Because in today's society, as we all can see, uh, teen parenting has become an epidemic. Single parenting has become an epidemic. It's not like the 50s and 60s and 70s when you had a house with a mom and a dad and two or three kids. It's not a Brady Bunch situation anymore. The majority of families are a single mom with two, three kids, or in most cases you may have a mom and a stepdad who are, parenting kids from two different relationships in one household. So my plan is to try to dig deep into those situations and to try to answer the question of what can be done to improve those situations. And I want to go from the aspect of the academic standpoint. I want to use a lot of input from current high school teachers, high school football coaches, and principals to try to gain some insight into different things that we need to learn, or different things that parents need to learn nowadays in order to have success in raising their children, be it, in a single parent home or in a stepfather or stepmother situation. Uh, so far, I have gotten several books together that I would like to use information from these books on my research paper. One of the books is The Single Mother's Survival Guide, which is by Patrice Kirsch. I think this is a good book because it gives a lot of information about single mothers and different situations that single mothers may face, and she gives single mothers examples of what to do and what not to do in a lot of situations. Secondly, I have the Single Fathers book, because like I said, I feel like a lot of people overlook the fact that there are some single fathers out there. I know the majority of the case that you see is a single mother raising kids, but there are single fathers who are attempting to do the same thing and who need help. The third book will be a book called Going Solo. It's by John Ravosi. And this book talks about single parenting from both sides and some of the problems that single parents might face. Then I have another book called Single Mothers and Their Children by Irvin Garfinkel and Sarah McLanahan. This is a really good book because it talks from a male point of view and a female point of view, and it also discusses domestic situations and situations that kids get into, and it talks about them dealing with step parents too, or new parents, or new boyfriends that mom may have, or vice versa, new girlfriends that a father may have. The next book is Teen Pregnancy and Parenting. It's by Annette Wrinkle. This book is very important because it talks about the teen parenting epidemic, and it talks about problems that teen parents face, i.e., trying to finish school, and still trying to grow up while trying to show someone else how to grow up. The next book is The Black Adolescent Parent. I have chosen this book for the simple fact that this epidemic, I feel, is one that hits home harder in black society than it does in white America. Uh, and you know, like I said, it's not me being biased. It's just the truth. Um, the next book will be The Epidemic of Adolescent Pregnancy. And it basically, this book is full of statistics. It gives a lot of statistics about different things that, different numbers that are going on in America, like the amount of teen pregnancies in different states, the age groupings of the teen pregnancies, the graduation rates of kids raised in single homes in different areas of America. And this book here is called New Beginnings. And it also talks about teen pregnancy and different problems that teen parents are facing. As part of my research, I also plan to interview Dr. James Lawson, who is a principal at Prentice High School, and it's in Prentice, Mississippi. I plan to ask him questions about teen parenting and ask him about some of the things that he's seen in his years as a principal, and also to try to get his opinion on what he feels like are some of the things that teen parents need to know, and not only teen parents, but parents who are of age who have children who may be in a single situation. What are some of the things they need to know, some of the things they need to learn, and some of the parenting techniques that they should implement in their parenting process to better the chances of their children's success rate. My question also deals with society from a point of view of what effect does society have on today's children. And I also plan to use several different methods of research. I plan to survey some of the teachers at Prentice High School, which is where I did my internship. I plan to survey them, asking them questions about different statistics, different numbers, the things that they feel should be changed, some of the things that they feel Mississippi school systems can do to help single parents, and some of the things they feel single parents can do to help themselves. As far as the rest of the research paper goes, I am pretty much just taking it day by day and trying to implement the best things that I can. I look forward to working with everyone who is in the class, and I hope that everyone will give feedback. I love constructive criticism because constructive criticism makes you better, not only as a researcher but as a person. I hope to be able to give some constructive criticism to other members of the class, and maybe we all can work together, and eventually we'll all see each other, hopefully on May 13th in the graduation line. But that is pretty much the end of my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.